I keep having this horrible dream where I'm seeing into the future, and there's a man in my room, and he takes me into the hallway, and they tie me up, and they force me to listen to shitty taglines. Yeah?
Yeah. Shitty taglines. shitty taglines.
I don't know what the significance of that song in this movie specifically was.
It's not.
You know,
it's somebody who's like, "Yo, I got this song.
Why didn't they
you mind if
actually use
I
an
use it?"
actual Manson song?
He wouldn't release the rights.
He's dead.
Yeah. Nah, he was like, no deal.
No deal. That shitty movie?
Yeah. I got 3.
That's a surprise.
Okay. Based on a true story of one of the most horrific murders in history.
John Benet Ramsey?
Okay.
I mean, which horrific murder?
I mean, I feel like there's more gruesome ones.
That's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah. I was like, all right, one child.
The Night Stalker?
Witness the shocking events through the eyes of Hollywood's brightest star.
No. That's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
And Hilary Duff is Sharon Tate.
What do you think will be worse for her this next year? This movie or the Lizzie McGuire reboot?
Oh. Probably more than likely this movie.
Well, the Lizzie McGuire reboot had the wherewithal to stop production and may not continue, so...
Yeah. Sorry.
I do love Hilary Duff.
With no reported gross and no reported budget, but... What?
That's just so good.
Like, don't tell anybody.
No money.
But it does have a bunch of goddamn hippies. Dead maggot dogs, gunshot wounds, brutal stabbings, digital bloodbaths, throat slashings, heads against fireplaces, drownings, gunshots to the face with 8 deaths in total, a 2.8 on IMDb, an 8 Metacritic score, and a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's 2019's The Haunting of Sharon Tate. Let's drop some bombs.
Completely full of riches. I'll rip them off and rob them blind, those dirty sons of bitches.
And by the way, the women are always saving the men around here. You might want to think about changing the name to ex-women.
I'm the devil. I'm here to do the devil's business. I can't talk too long. I gotta poop.
This is not gonna work, because I'm a Capricorn and you're fucking nuts!
Because they're vampire hookers. Yeah, they're vampire hookers. Well, they're vampire hookers, and blood is not all they suck. Blood is not all they suck. Blood is not all they suck.
Welcome to Bombs Away, the only podcast recorded inside a projection booth. My name is Jonathan Young. Joining me inside the studio, as always, is...
the man who wishes he was in this incident as well, Tyler Rowe.
Oh, you wish you were murdered?
Yeah, then I wouldn't have to watch this movie.
Oh, come on.
This is, woof.
Yeah.
This month has been rougher than I thought it was gonna be.
How rough has it been?
Really rough. I think we've given one movie, or I have given one movie higher than a Jaws 4 so far.
Well, if it gets rough, then maybe you should try Johnson & Johnson's chafing medication. Johnson & Johnson.
Stupid. That's right. It's our Once Upon a Time in Hollywood rip-off extravaganza.
On KHJ. Los Angeles.
Yeah. This movie. Do you know the kind of the story behind why this movie happened?
Yeah, because Quentin Tarantino said, I'm making a story about Sharon Tate.
No, so it goes even a little weirder and deeper than that.
Okay.
So when this movie was, or when Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was being cast,
Tossed around Hollywood.
yes, Hilary Duff was actually at the forefront of being cast by Quentin for the role of Sharon Tate.
Mm-hmm.
She looks a lot like her, and I think that's kind of why. And also, she's besides what this movie would have you believe, she's not a terrible actress,
right?
So, and now that we've seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the role probably would have helped her because it's a downplayed role, regardless. But obviously, they did not go with her.
Tarantino's like, listen, she just wouldn't stop doing the fucking accent.
Oh, God, yeah.
She wouldn't stop doing the fucking accent. I said, I didn't want a fucking accent, and she stopped doing a fucking accent. I said, listen, just do the fucking accent without.
Nice feet, though.
Yeah, she did have hella nice feet.
Yeah, so it's, yeah. So then this movie was made. And did you read how quick this movie was made?
What was it, like a couple weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
This film was made. Now, there's a lot we're going to touch on in this movie, but we're just going to say it up front right now. Mm-hmm. This is everything that everyone was worried Tarantino's take on the Manson family murders was gonna be.
Yeah.
It's like totally inappropriate.
Completely tasteless. This piece of shit. I'm right here, guys, gonna tell you, this is probably gonna be a quick episode, right? Okay, so, but you know what? They usually climb to the top of the goddamn charts for you guys, because somehow, some way, some shape or form, you guys love Class of Nukem High Part 2 Subhumanoid Meltdown. It's a top 10. Somehow. The worst thing we ever did. So let's see if we can top that today.
This movie cares about one thing when it comes to the Sharon Tate murders, and that's Sharon Tate being murdered. It's like,
this movie cares about one thing when accurately trying to portray it. Don't.
Yeah. She dies in this movie, and we'll get to it, but they show her being murdered 3 or 4 times.
It's like the movie was like, what do we do? And they're like, I don't know, murder her?
But you know what? You were saying this is going to be a short episode, but we could just...
I feel like
we could just do what the filmmakers of this movie did, and we'll put a bunch of it into slow-mo so it reaches feature length, because that is another thing in the trivia that said the editor had to selectively choose to put several scenes in slow motion so that the movie would hit an hour and a half.
Just like molasses.
Is that it? You don't know a molasses brand?
King syrup.
There you go.
You can have King syrup. If you ever wanted a lion that was like sticky jizz, thick, sticky lion jizz, King syrup. King syrup!
Is this the Batman thing
lion
at the end?
Jizz!
It's me, the King Syrup guy. Thanks for sticking around. Call us on the King Syrup phone. Do you want to get into this? Oh, just another really quick thing about how offensive and just so fucked up to the memory of these people that actually lost their lives this movie is. It's filmed in the home. The actual...
Is it the actual home?
If you look up filming locations, there's only one filming location, and it's the whole house.
No
That is
way.
actually the house.
In the actual room?
In the actual room.
Get the fuck out of here. No, podcast is over, man. Can't do this.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, if you look it up, it literally says the El Cielo house.
Mm.
Yeah. Isn't that horrible?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
You at least film next door at Clint Booth's. That's not it. It's the other one. We should get this right because we got to get into it.
Damn, you fucked that up.
It ain't Clint Booth. That's Brad Pitt.
Yeah, no, it's...
Yeah, you're gonna have to...
DiCaprio. Gilbert Grape. Is that Gilbert Grape's house? I'm gonna stop him, Gilbert!
I'm gonna stop a hippie.
He's not even Gilbert Grape. That's his brother.
Yeah.
We're fucking up left and right on these
It
references.
doesn't matter because I feel like most people are like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, Gilbert Grape. Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
What?
I've told you this.
This is one of my favorite movies.
Oh man.
There's a through line through a lot of my favorite movies, and it's that John C. Reilly is in them.
Either that or you like people that are going full R.
No. Okay, he does a good job in that movie, though, because I will tell you right now, and the listeners on here, I thought he was mentally handicapped for years. I
Okay.
just thought he was doing a really good job in Titanic of covering it up.
Okay. Damn.
I was a child.
You were like, can't wait to see what that Mac and Me kid does next. He's a great actor.
I heard he's gonna walk like Professor X in his next role.
Damn.
All right, so let's get into it.
Yeah. Okay.
This movie starts with an interview with Sharon Tate. And I because this movie is so boring, I was looking up the trivia a lot. Did you read about this? Because
I'm glad you did.
This is the hands down scariest thing about this film.
Okay.
Because everything that this film wants to do that's scary, that's not real, pales in comparison to a real thing that happened.
Okay.
This movie opens with an interview with Sharon Tate, right? Where she is talking to a man who's asking her, have you ever had psychic experience before? And she says, yes. And she says this quote. She
Carried a load. Yeah, that's about right. You're welcome.
Yeah, god damn it. She talks about how she had a dream where she woke up and there was a strange man standing in the doorway of her home. And she got up and she followed him and he took her into the living room. They tied them up and she was murdered and all of her friends were murdered, right?
Uh-huh.
Sharon Tate really actually said this. This is a real quote from a real interview of hers, where she actually said that she dreamt about what eventually actually did happen to her.
You know what would have been way more powerful then? If you had actually used her actual audio of it.
Yeah. And I think
Then I would have been kind of maybe down for this ride a little bit more.
I think they did, maybe in the credits, because Sharon Tate is credited in the film. So I think maybe there is
she's
a
credited in
thing.
the film because they're using footage of her all over the place.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a real thing that she said, and I
But they're using Hilary Duff's audio
Yes.
of it, and they should have used the real one because even Once Upon a Time in Hollywood used real footage of Sharon Tate
in that movie
to honor her. Yeah.
Well, and it's crazy because Carly is very, very afraid of one specific type of thing, and it's that. It's like the Mandela effect type thing really scares her.
She doesn't like seeing dead people that are like on film now.
No.
I can't watch Mrs. Doubtfire.
Dead people on film? Get Ghost Out. Ghost Out gets the dead people out of your film.
They're just blank.
Yeah. It's like, sorry, we scrubbed the whole thing.
Hello there.
You ever seen Sinister? Get Ghost Out. Yeah, so
I don't like
so
dead people.
I told her about that, about how that was a real quote, and she was like, hey, don't tell me about that. She's like, because we were in bed, and I was like, that was a real quote. And she was like, why would you say that in bed? And I was like, reminds me of that dream I had. And she's like, stop. And then she was up for like an hour more because I scared her. Do you know what this dream I had?
Go ahead.
I had this
Because
dream.
now she's going to have to listen to it again.
I know, in the car, like, so I had this dream, back when I was living at home, probably about 3 or 4 years ago. I was taking a nap, and I get really intense dreams when I nap, right? So I had a dream that I walked out to my screen door at my parents' house, and I went to open it to let our dog out, and someone rounded the corner and came towards the screen door as I opened it, and I couldn't scream and I couldn't close the door, but then I woke up, right?
Uh-huh.
There was something so off about the dream, I've remembered it since that day. So then, fast forward a few months, I'm heading to Carly's house with Carly, and my parents said, can you put the trash cans back on the side of the house? I said, that's fine. So, as I'm doing it, I'm pulling the trash cans up, and I got this weird feeling, and I rounded that corner, and I was like, oh my god, that dream I had was me seeing myself right now in the screen door. Like, I just got this overwhelming feeling of, like, I'm standing at the screen door right now as I round this corner.
Well, were you?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, I said that to her last night. She's like, why would you say that? She was like up for an hour. Like, I was like, all right,
Carly,
good night.
That's just time travel.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, yeah, that's just time travel.
Or it could be like a doppelganger. That's even scarier. Something
Doppelganger of you?
taking my place in my own home?
Yo, I would never believe a doppelganger would want to take my place.
This shit's sad. I'm leaving.
Yo, hell, what's wrong with you, dog?
Top ramen again? Fuck that.
Yo, are you eating ramen out of a stovetop can?
Hey, dog, I'm gonna go be someone cooler, okay? I'll be back.
Yo, that's just a pot in your front seat.
Oh,
a
shit.
pot of ramen. What a sad life.
Yeah, man. Just when you get a chance, I want you to tell, well, she listens to the show, but I want you to be like, yeah, I saw a little girl ghost once to Carly, and because she'll just be like, a little girl ghost is never a little girl. It's trying to deceive you. She's so fucking serious about that. There's one thing she's incredibly serious about with the paranormal, and it's that a little girl ghost is never a little girl. It's always a demon.
What do you think we are, Carly? What do you think? We're just like pedophiles? like they're mermaid ghosts? Don't, little girls, trying to deceive you. I'm not gonna go towards a little girl. I'm not gonna go to any ghost, by the way.
I will.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
You wouldn't go near a ghost?
Well, that's the thing is, like, this whole dream that she has, like, and the fact that she keeps dreaming about Charlie in the shadows of the office and everything throughout this movie, never am I gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna investigate it. Fuck ghost. Nah. Nope. No.
Also, one thing about this movie that it's really setting you up for with the title is that there's a ghost.
Also, guys,
There's no ghost.
I'm gonna put it out there because I'm hella upset about it. Right? We had an idea, can't do it because somebody already does it. Zach Baggins show.
Oh,
really upset about it. I'm excited though, like to listen to this show.
Let's instead go ghost hunting for real. Carly will leave me.
Well, why are we even talking about ghosts? There's no ghost in this movie. There's nothing. That's the thing that pisses me off.
That's what I was bringing up, is that this movie, it says The Haunting.
So, okay, the first thing I do want to bring up
Where's
before we
Theo? Huh? This is The Haunting?
Wow.
Where's the kid from E.T.? As an adult.
He's not in The Haunting.
Of Hill House.
Oh.
Which is the same story.
Stupid.
Where's Liam Neeson? Trying to kill someone.
Oh no, there's a bath of blood.
I'll let you know, Ghost, I have a very special set of skills. And he puts on
a proton pack?
Yeah, a proton pack.
There you go, buddy. I don't know where you are, but I have a very special set of skills.
I got slimed.
Skills that make ghosts like you, like me, no people like me, ghosts like you a nightmare. Or, I don't know. God damn it!
Why'd you take my wife, Ghost?
That's not him. That's usually Harrison Ford.
Get off my plane, Ghost.
Get off my Ecto 1.
Air Force 1 2. Lincoln's back and he's pissed.
I would watch that movie. I'd watch the shit out of that.
Air Force 1 but with a ghost Lincoln?
Hell yeah.
And he's on the plane?
Yeah. 7 years ago. Get off my plane.
He's actually
You're like, that wasn't even good, but I'm down.
It's like he's actually seeking out all the descendants of John Wilkes Booth's family, like
what
a Terminator.
What are we even talking about?
We're padding out the runtime just like this film. So yes, she says her quote. It's very scary, and then it shows you the crime scene of all the bodies.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, Air Force 2 is coming out this summer.
Oh, God, we better make
Air
it.
Force 2!
No, it's Air Force 1, 2, because it's even worse.
1-2 or 1:2?
1, no,
colon.
Air Force 1, 2, Lincoln's Revenge.
Can someone please Photoshop this? Like, Logan's Revenge.
Let's make a VHS cover for it.
I'm down.
Yes. But we have to use scraggly ass, doesn't care anymore, Secret Life of Pets 2 Harrison Ford on the cover.
Is he like the president helping the ghost president?
Yeah.
Okay. Get off my plane. I can't. Ooh.
Don't fly over any water. Ghosts can't cross water. What the fuck is this?
I don't know. You have to stay within the country. The country's collapsing. It's because of the climate change.
Oh, it was Bernie.
Yeah. It's Harrison Ford
Lincoln
playing
now.
Bernie.
Oh my god. That's a weird one.
Yeah. I don't know where to go.
The Harrison Ford now would just crash the plane.
We're going down.
Bring us back on track.
Chewie, we're home.
That was the plane crashing, not Chewbacca crashing.
Yeah,
the
that
plane.
wasn't. That's not my Chewbacca impression. That would be awful.
So, yeah, they show the crime scene. They show everyone dead outside. That it shows the date that the actual crime happened.
What just happened to us?
A
for
good,
the past
a good
10
thing.
minutes?
A good thing.
Okay.
More creativity than went into the writing of this film.
Damn. I just realized that, like, okay, one thing I have to say about this film right off from the bat is that, like, when you see 4 production title cards, you go, uh-oh.
No. Let me add on to that. When you see 4 production cards, one of them being Saban Films.
Okay, yeah, it goes Lionsgate, you go, alright, right? And then you go Saban Films is the next logo that comes out, you go,
uh-oh.
oh shit.
And then it goes to this confusing ass perspective midget door.
Nah, dude, it looks like just straight up from, like, Doom.
But like Doom 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like shit. And it's high voltage, and you go, okay, this is where I'm going to head onto it. When you have 3 logos, oh no, you have 4.
Yeah.
4 logos.
Skyline Entertainment is the last one.
Then, in the credits, there are 2 additional that were not mentioned in logos as well. As like a blah 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 production from another 2 companies.
They were like, you don't have to do ours too. It's
Don't put my name on it, please. So, this movie is directed by the illustrious director of many great hit films, such as The Amityville Murders,
The 7 Fists of McCloskey, a Rick Dalton double picture.
The producer of the Haunting in Connecticut, which is actually an okay movie.
Yeah.
And the writer of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers.
The Curse?
Yes.
With Paul Rudd?
Yes.
Yes!
He's also directed a movie that came out last year at the same time about the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson.
No, that's what I heard, that's the next one that's going to come out.
It's already out.
What?
It's free on Prime.
No.
All right, catch us on. Taryn Manning is in it?
No.
Oh my god. Guess who's playing... Well, I don't know why they have her... Isn't her name Nicole Simpson Brown?
Nicole Brown Simpson.
Is it Nicole Brown Simpson?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
his name's Simpson, fool.
No, I know, but do you know who's playing her?
Who?
Mina Savari.
What? Geeky Banshee chick?
American Beauty chick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose's chick?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. But this is what's crazy about this guy, right?
Suck me, beautiful.
His other directing credits are things that you and I fucking love.
Okay.
Because he's only good at making one very specific type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He is also the director of Crystal Lake Memories, The Complete History of Friday the 13th, which is a fucking stellar documentary about with the cast and crew of every single Friday the 13th movie. He's the director of Scream, The Inside Story, which is another fucking documentary with the cast and crew of every single Scream movie. Mm-hmm. And he also directed Never Sleep Again, The Elm Street Legacy, which is a fucking stellar documentary about that too.
I didn't get through that.
That one's 4 hours long.
The title was way too literal.
Stupid. But yes, so it's kind of like, damn, dude. Just stick to horror documentaries.
Hey, man, if somebody wants to tell their story, I'm all down for it. But when it comes out like this, we're going to rip you to shreds, fool.
Yeah, man, anyone can tell their story, just not this one.
This isn't a story that needed to be told again, I don't think.
No. So.
Okay, yeah, I'll get you on track. Here we go here. All right, so first off, we get a quote from Edgar Allan Poe. It says, "Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream?" And immediately I'm like, fuck you.
Don't drag his name through the dirt.
Yeah, right?
He already died in a gutter. Don't bring him lower.
That's true.
He did.
He did. Right back in Baltimore.
I was going to say in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That don't matter.
Everyone always associates him with, like, London. You ever think about that?
Yeah, man, because, like, in that specific time frame,
everything did feel like London.
Right? Everything's like, Jack the Ripper was everywhere, right?
The Ripper!
No!
Poppy Cook!
No! I wasn't even trying!
Yo, but we're gonna get on it, because in terms of accents...
God damn it! You put it in all 4 episodes
somehow, this accent that Hillary Clinton does, or Hilary Duff does, is far worse than the English accent that John Travolta does in The Fanatic.
Oh, man. Okay, so... yeah, everybody thinks Edgar Allan Poe is just living in the same time period. Yeah, we get it. You know, it's that Assassin's Creed, is it Unity? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah, where you can go after the Ripper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that time period, is Edgar Allan Poe. But that don't matter here, because we're the actual date that, they first gave us was August 1st, 1969. And then, it's weird because I'm just so pissed off by this quote, because the movie basically is like, hey, guess what? You seen Dallas? That's what we're about to do.
Multiple times.
Right? Because that's what the film will do. It's like, hey, this might be a dream within a dream.
I
and you're
hate
like,
it.
No, you can't give me that. Like, dude, I still love and hate you, Inception, every day of my life.
Just wait till Tenet comes out.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
I know, I'm
honestly.
excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see our boy Joe up there.
Yeah, nobody knows it.
But yeah, so then now it jumps back in time.
Yeah, now it says that a year before that, like Thursday, August 1st, 1968.
Yes.
Right? And you're like, okay, cool, Bounty Law was still on, and before Rick Dalton totally ruined it in the 3rd season because he wanted to go act.
There you go.
Right? You know, and he had some good films back then, too.
Yeah.
You know, that Nazi burning one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
You would be Al Pacino in that movie.
Oh, yeah. I sat down with my wife and
turned on a Rick Dalton double feature.
Yeah.
Yep. I just want to watch that movie.
Myself a cognac.
So
you gotta do Italian pictures. You gotta do it, Hilary. You gotta do it, Hilary Duff.
I gotta say it again, just for everyone listening. Jonathan did not like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood after we watched it the first time.
No, I mean, I have fun with it now, but, you know. Also, like, guys, if you're, like, 30 minutes into this and you haven't actually watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, what are you doing?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Why are you listening to this instead?
The reason that we are referencing that movie so much is because
it's just capitalizing on the success of that. That's why this exists.
Oh, and this was another thing I was going to mention, is that in the opening credits, it also lists that Hilary Duff is an executive producer.
Mm-hmm.
And why that's important is because this so very clearly shows that she was so upset that she didn't get to be Sharon Tate in Tarantino's, that she was like, I'm going to be Sharon Tate no matter what.
And they were like, all right.
Cool, be in this movie. We're going to shoot it in 2 weeks.
Okay, who's my co-stars? Chris Hardwick's girlfriend?
Is that her?
Yeah.
Oh. And the guy...
Lydia?
Yeah. And the guy that was in Cheaper and She's by the Dozen with you.
See, yeah, Lydia Hearst gives me hope, because she's hella tall compared to Chris.
Well, is she even that tall?
Huh? She's pretty tall.
Ah.
Compared to him. Like, I think she's like 5'8", 5'9". Something in
How
there?
tall is Chris Hardwick?
Ah, man, he's short.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I'll kick his ass.
Hey, why?
Because he's little.
Oh, damn. You kicked my ass.
I'm coming for you, Jonathan.
Thanks, pal.
So, yes. This takes place... Roman Polanski is gone forever in this entire movie.
They're like, I don't know who else to cast. Like, we can't figure this out.
She's like, oh man, he's not gonna be here for the baby. And it's like, yo, Sharon, you're worried about the wrong type of baby with that guy.
Yeah.
But she comes home with, what's his name? The guy who Emil Hirsch plays in the better version of this film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay Sebring, played by Jonathan Bennett.
Okay, hold on. So before this happens, before all that happens, there is like the real life stuff. So like I do want to cover that, right, real quick. Right? So the movie decides to tell you, like via interview footage and stuff like that. But for those who don't know, let's take a moment to get serious for a second about what this movie so insensitively just glosses over throughout the entire thing. Right? So in real life, police, in 1969 discovered the murders, of Sharon Tate and, the also victims, her friends, Abigail Folger, Jay Sebring, Volchek, Frykowski, and Stephen Parent. Right? These people were murdered. Am I correct on Stephen Parent as well? The kid with the glasses? He's not made up, right?
Well, that's what I thought. I don't
know.
I was asking myself that too.
I don't know.
I'm looking it up.
Because I didn't do as much research as I should have, I guess. Whatever.
Yes, he did.
Right?
He was killed.
Okay.
There.
So they were discovered about 12 hours after their death. Phone and power lines had been cut. Tate herself was found dead 8 months pregnant with a rope around her neck that was then also tossed around a rafter and attached to another body. Okay? That's what happened. Also, I didn't know that it was Roman Polanski, according to the announcer.
It's probably the correct way of pronouncing it.
I guess, right? But like this is what happened. This is more tasteful.
I was literally just going to say, do you know what is wild about what you just said is we have now just done the victims of this crime more service than this 1.5 hour long film has done.
And I was hoping that that's what you'd kind of get into.
Yeah, this, it's odd to start the movie with a correct, nice portrayal of what's about to happen, 'cause holy shit, is this movie just so fucking disrespectful.
Mm-hmm. It shows real footage of the murderers instead of real footage of the victims.
Yeah.
There's some victim footage as well, but like,
it shows their interviews when they're being arrested.
Why would we ever idolize that? Why do we want to do that?
This movie was
also, Once Upon a Time took some liberties with how the Spawn Ranch girls looked. Because the real life ones, I was like, yeah.
Spawn, no, they were like gross, like reject hippies.
I tell you what.
There's a few of them who don't get to talk in the movie who looked a little more like what they actually looked like. But no, yeah.
Old enough to not go to jail for some poontang, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Because you hella gross. She's like, you like feet?
That girl's cute. Fuck you.
I know, but in real life.
In real life, yeah.
That's gross.
No, so...
Where you going? Spawn Ranch? All right, good luck.
Yeah, that's where all those gross hippies are.
Yeah.
I think Bruce Dern's there getting fucked. So, yeah, this movie's really tasteless.
Tell the world's girl I said hi.
This movie's tasteless. Sharon Tate's sister... actually went on record talking about how much she disliked this film, that she did not understand that they actually wanted to make these murders seem cool and make the murderers seem like sexy and fun.
No.
Because, you know what, while you say that Tarantino took some liberty with the Manson girls, he also, this movie, took some liberties with Tex. Because they make that guy a fucking hunk in this movie.
Right? It's like Tex came in and was like, I'm here to do the devil's work, right? And that was just like, boom, 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 right? Just started fucking stripping.
The Manson family, Triple X parody. Yeah, that's what it is.
Magic text.
But the whole thing is that, like, and we'll get to it in the ending, with the ending of this film.
My pony!
But, this movie was made in 2 weeks, like we said, was definitely aware of things that were happening in Tarantino's film.
For sure.
And thought that they were going to get away with it. But unlike Tarantino's film, Sharon Tate's sister was like, no, fuck you. I will not even give any patronage to this film whatsoever.
Yeah.
But Tarantino's, she said was a work of art and gave her sister the life that she deserved. And it's like, fuck this movie, man. Fuck the people who made it. It's just so...
Like, why do I need to see the murder footage? I never needed to see that.
I mean, it's the crime scene footage.
That's what I mean.
They're not but yes.
Yeah, but why do I need to see the murder stuff either, too?
Well,
but,
and especially with the ending that we get, why did you show...
I don't know. So now we get a 3 days earlier, like that was a flashback. What we just saw.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay, I'm confused. Now you're telling me that what I just saw, that's indeed a flashback. If you're saying 3 days earlier. So what I'm watching now is now an alternate reality?
Yeah.
How can it be 3 days earlier if that's what really happened?
Yeah.
Okay? So, we meet the guy playing Jay Sebring, right? Who's like, immediately they pull up in the driveway and, dude, what are you doing? I don't understand this real life relationship.
They made this guy a huge hunk too. And I think Emil Hirsch was a perfect casting for this character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He was a much smaller guy.
You know who this is, right?
What?
This is what's his face? That everybody loves in Mean Girls. It's the crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. They made this guy a hunk. Now you're saying you don't never
Aaron Samuels.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said you never understood the relationship that Sharon Tate and him had?
Yeah.
Okay, so in real life, they were together for a while. They broke up when she met Roman Polanski.
Well, see, this is what I wrote. I said, Jay Sebring, who were you?
There's a lot of speculation about the type of relationship that her and Roman Polanski had.
You think it was poly?
No, like an agreement type thing of like, it was an image Roman Polanski was putting on. Because there's a lot of questions about whether or not he was actually straight. There's a lot of questions about whether or not Jay Sebring was actually straight.
Okay. So that's what I was going to say, because I was like, who was Jay Sebring, or who does Aaron Samuels think Jay Sebring is?
Well, because Emil Hirsch's portrayal of Jay Sebring is a much more soft character.
And almost edited out.
Well, yeah. But like he's not that important to the story that they were telling in that movie, but he's far more in that movie, he's played up much more effeminate and
no, he's much more effeminate in this movie.
No, this movie's even more, but this is a realistic portrayal. But this one, he's still like, I'm effeminate, but I'm gonna fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Especially when he's in that bathing suit.
I guess. In this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, in this one, he's just got hanging dong. Dude, yeah, he hangs right in that pool.
But she says...
To the point where they're like, at some point, they're like, we gotta get a long shot.
They say something...
With a lot of bad ADR.
They say something in the movie. Sharon Tate says, you know the agreement that you and I have with Roman. And it's like, what?
That's another thing.
What agreement?
This movie is so presumptuous about the life that these people had. You can't do this. It's so goddamn insensitive.
It is. Fuck Roman Polanski. You could say what you want about that guy. But
sure.
But her? Don't, like, she died.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
But yeah, so, they go to the house, and she's like, did you know? El Cielo means, what is it? The heaven in Spanish?
I don't even remember what you're talking about.
That's what she's telling him when they pull up to the house.
Oh, I just remember him being like, she was like, "Can you help me up?" He's like, "I'm not sure if I could." I'm like, "Damn, dude, you never grow pregnant, girl fat."
She's also like, yeah, all these famous people used to live in this house. This person and this person and this person. I was like, I don't fucking care. Keep going. Also, as we've joked about before, Hilary Duff is doing the most god awful fucking accent occasionally. Sometimes. It slips in and out.
Mm-hmm. It does. So, her friend, who is Abigail Folger, who was going to be the heir of the Folger Company, played by Lydia Hearst in this movie. Am I saying that right? That's
yeah,
right.
I think so.
So she is coming to not coming, but she is showing her the baby nursery. It's like a goddamn closet.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, I kind of wanted to do that." And
right?
you're like, whatever.
And that's where I was like, is she saying like, "Oh, I wanted to do that because like," she's like, "No, this sucks. It's a closet," or is it that she just wanted to do it?
I think she just wanted to do it.
Okay.
Because there's a through line through this film, and I think honestly this movie is so weird that I think jumping around in it is acceptable in order to get through it. But like, there's a through line through this film, thematic wise, where, and it is the only thing that I think it does well, is these people I barely know are running my house.
Yes.
Because it's Folger and it's the Russian guy, or Polish guy, whatever he is. I can't remember his name.
Volchek,
yes. And they're basically in this house, quote unquote, taking care of Sharon Tate.
Right.
But they're basically just running her home. And the whole film, throughout the entire thing, she's kind of just like, who the fuck are these people? And
right.
Why are they in my house telling me what to do? And that's the only point in this film that you're like, okay, I kind of see what you're setting up for, and I like it, but I'm not sure where you're going with this, because the problem is this is a real event.
Nobody knows where this is going. So, they established that, yeah, they, like Volchek and Folger are their friends over dinner, and Volchek's telling this story, right? And something about, I don't know, like met back in high school or something.
Yeah, and made a
right?
film.
And then they're like, "Oh, Sharon, are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm just spacing out because this story's hella fucking dumb.
I don't give a fuck about your movie.
Like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, like, I don't care about how you guys met in high school. Like, and neither does Sharon in this point of the movie. So, Sharon also says, like, isn't it weird, like, all this fate and stuff, and that, like, oh, it was just fate that I met Roman Polanski on set at 17. I'm like, yeah, sure, Sharon, it was fate.
Fate.
Sure. Yeah, 17.
There seems to be a theme through his life about that right there. Yeah. This is the point where Carly goes, yeah, I'm sure Sharon Tate only ever spoke in, like, big sweeping monologues.
Yeah.
Because I hate that in movies when all a character ever says is, like, profound shit. It's like, no, I'm sure at some point she said, like, dookie fart. You know what I mean? But, like, this whole movie will have you believe, and she's like, I study quantum physics, and I understand multiple realities.
So would you, I would be a pro dookie fart Haunting of Sharon Tate movie.
I would too.
Where she's just like, hey guys, so the other night I had a dream. This is her accent that I'm going to do. I had a dream that this guy named Charlie, he was in my room, and then, like, you know what else is funny? Dookie fart.
And then they'd be like, Sharon, you're fucking wild. I'm telling you, there is not a single thing.
No, she ain't even got postpartum yet. She crazy.
I'm telling you, this whole movie, Sharon Tate never once opens her mouth and says anything less than profound. You know? Like, the whole movie, she's just saying crazy shit. That's
right?
Like big, sweeping philosophical things. And you're just like, no, I'm sure she said something goofy at one point. Or just like, I'll have toast for breakfast. They're like,
coming to the Coliseum, Sharon Tate!
They're like, do you think, if I put toast in the toaster, there's another reality where I didn't put toast in the toaster?
A one-woman show coming in 1969 in September. You're not going to want to miss it. It's Sharon Tate's Duel of the Tate. It's a one-woman show.
Duel of the Taint is what I thought you said. Dookie fart.
It's genius, says the LA Times.
Opening act Gallagher.
She quotes Edgar Allan Poe.
God. Wait, is this a stand-up show or is it a philosophy show?
I was thinking like vagina monologue.
Oh.
Maybe it's a one-woman show.
I see.
Sometimes she has an accent, sometimes she doesn't. Sharon Tate.
Catch her on Disney Channel.
A double picture, double Hilary Duff feature of the Lizzie McGuire movie.
And Cadet Kelly.
The Cinderella story.
Oh, shit. Wow, that was a deep cut. I'm proud of you for that one.
Yeah.
I was reading something recently.
Tell me, did you keep the slippers?
I read a tweet recently that talked about how a lot of girls in the early 2000s were awakened to their sexual fantasies by watching that film Cadet Kelly.
What is that?
You never seen Cadet Kelly?
Nope.
It's just where Hilary Duff gets sent to like a military school and just gets yelled at by the girl from Even Stevens the whole time. There's the girls just like, I knew what I liked at that point.
Just do it!
Oh, yeah. Oh, honey boy. He's doing a lot better.
I heard.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we at the haunting yet?
No. No, because there's no haunting in this movie.
When does Ed and Lorraine Warren show up?
So what the fuck is this Ouija board?
Dude, this thing's cool as fuck.
What is
I
it,
want
though?
one.
Did we not have the rights for Milton Bradley?
No, this is a real thing that people use in the 70s.
What?
Or the 60s, 70s.
You sure?
Yes.
Why not just use a Ouija board, though?
What was it called again?
Let's not confuse us.
I want to look it up really quick.
Eyeball spinner.
Eyeball spinner. I don't think that's what it's called.
Well, you're not going to be able to find it in time. There's going to be a lot of dead air here. I'm going to have to just keep talking while you talk about it. So let me describe eyeball thing real quick, guys. All right. So it's this like lazy Susan, like you put condiments on.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But it's like a top, right? So like it like spins. It's a big giant circle of a platter, right? And it has this stupid eyeball thing like right in the center of it. Like, and then like, so you just spin this whole giant platter like a top. And there's a ball, like it's roulette, rolling through this like channel on the top. And then wherever it lands, like roulette, that's what it's like yes or no, or like you suck, or like, like spread the blood of the innocent. Whatever the fuck it wants to say.
I would do that one.
Spread the blood? Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I can't see what it's called right now. It's super fucking cool, actually. I really like it because it's literally based on the same thing that a Ouija board is.
But why not just a Ouija board? Don't confuse me.
Because they probably actually had this in their house, to be completely honest.
Bullshit.
And it also has tarot.
This ain't no Annabelle shit.
It has tarot cards all the way around it as well. But the way that it works is that it's on a wobbly thing. You put a ball in it, you ask a question, you put it in, and then it's all hinging on other people putting more pressure on one side than the other.
Yo, why has nobody ever done a movie called like 8 Ball? Where like the
Oh, Magic 8 Ball. Will I live a long life?
It's like in the middle.
You're like, no. You have 6 minutes. Huh? Then there's a big Magic 8 Ball in the room with a knife.
I can't read it. There's too many bubbles.
I heard if you drink the blue liquid, you'll live forever.
Go ahead and try it. So let me tell me how it goes.
I think it's just blue oil. But yes, she's asked.
Anyway.
She asks, will I have a long, fruitful life? And it's like, listen, we know what happens.
Right? But before it can land on what it's supposed to, like there's a giant rap at the door. Bam, 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 bam. And what's there?
A guy being like, hi,
Heaven
have you
sent.
seen the
Heaven sent. Yeah, you could smell like a man or a woman, however you like, with heaven sent. You weren't gonna back me up.
I was just gonna say there's a knock at the door, and what's there? The plot of The Strangers.
Okay.
Because he says, is blah 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 home? He's like, he doesn't live here anymore. All right, can you let him know I was here? He's like, he doesn't fucking live here anymore. All right, see you later. And then that's when the ball lands on no.
Yep. Right, and that was supposed to be Charlie, right? But by the way, how did Charlie get in the front gate? It's just open.
She literally mentions that in the movie, being like, why do people just keep getting in and out of the gate? It's like, because for the plot, idiot. We got 2 weeks to make this movie. Another thing that's funny about the gate is that it's very clearly the gate that's on the house now, which is a chain link fence that just rolls back and forth. So
well, it also seemed like every time the gate needed to, like, electronically open, somebody was just dragging it.
Yeah. It's like, yo, I think you got bigger problems with your security than people guessing the code. I can jump over an 8-foot chain link fence.
Yeah.
I can cut that.
So there's a bunch of goddamn hippies in the driveway. Hey, move this piece of shit!
That was Rick Dalton.
Yeah. What you looking at, you ginger-headed fuck? So someone's watching her after midnight. Like, somebody's like going around the house. There's like she can see them as she goes to get like food in the fridge. There's banging on the door. They're leaving notes. The dog just bolts and runs away. Dude, call the police. Somebody call the police.
Yeah, just call the police.
You know, and so like the next day goes by, and this is a scene that you can see on YouTube. It's actually one of the only scenes you can see on YouTube. And it's just like so boring. It's a conversation between Sharon Tate and Abigail Folger where they're actually in Runyon Canyon.
Yeah, and this scene, it starts with a bunch of flies flying around something. You're like, all right, dead thing.
Yeah.
And then it goes...
But also, it's like, you spent the money on digital flies, so we're like, yeah, that's gonna mean something.
Yeah.
Digital flies, man.
Looks like shit.
Are you telling me that you can't just go and, like, leave some rotted meat out there, like, I don't know, 1-2 days?
10 seconds.
No, just like literally leave some rotted meat out on your back porch, like as a do-it-yourself filmmaker. Like, just leave some meat out, let it actually catch flies, or like put it out there. I don't know how it works. I don't give a shit. That's up to you to figure out. But you can't tell me you couldn't get some real maggots.
Yeah, I know. It looks like shit.
God. Like, it costs more money for that than to just go find maggots.
Yeah, it does. And she's out there hiking with this woman who, up until a few scenes ago, it sounds like she doesn't even know her.
Yeah.
And, just some people walk by her and she's like, oh.
Okay, but also during, like, the whole buildup of this conversation about being like, I don't like, all these people that, like, are having... You think this is going to mean something. She's saying, like, hey, Volchek has been having, like, some drug dealer people over at the house. And you think she's referring to, like, the Manson people, like, they're actually, like, been over for a while and stuff. No, she's just talking about some other dudes, right? And then that conversation gets broken up by, like, this ominous music as two of the, like, the Spawn girls go by and, like, give her the old stink eye.
Yeah, I do have to say, again, there's only one thing this film does okay, and that it is building up the tension of Sharon Tate basically being like, who the fuck are all these people who have been coming into my house while I'm not here?
Yeah.
Because that is basically just like, oh, don't worry about it, just some people I don't know that have been in the house. And she's having this dream where she keeps seeing a person she's never seen in the house. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that does build a little suspense, but, as we'll get to, it builds a weird thing of being like, was this movie kind of trying to blame the people who were brutally murdered in the house for being brutally murdered? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, is this movie trying to be like, yeah, they got killed because they let the Mansons in before?
Yeah, as if it's like, hey, you had the opportunity to go to the police and you didn't.
Yeah, it's like, you let these creeps in your house.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is this, like, weird message?
Yeah, because, like, don't you remember the Mansons were vampires? And they let them in, man. Like, what do you want?
What is this? Lost Boys? Kids walk in, he's like, hey, how's it going? Ah!
It's just Jerry Dandridge.
Yeah.
So.
And that sax guy.
Wait, what? That's Lost Boys.
That's what I said, Lost Boys.
Oh, I was doing Fright Night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Fright Night's sexy.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fright Night's one of the sexiest vampire movies ever made.
Have you seen
Try. Go ahead.
insert vampire film here?
You don't even got another one.
Interview with a Vampire.
No.
That movie's sexy too.
Yeah, but it's not as sexy as Fright Night.
That's just because there ain't no titties in it.
Yo, fucking Humperdinck is sexy in that movie.
Hey, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
It's
When all
alright.
those vampire chicks come down the stairs.
But you see Gary Oldman as wrinkly Oldman first. He looked like he got like two
ball sack head.
Yeah.
He's like what's
That's
his
not sexy.
Kevin Nealon.
Yeah. Yeah, Little Nicky. Yeah,
that was almost a year ago.
Tit head.
Yeah, tit head.
Yeah. No, that's not sexy. But Fright Night's sexy, right? But anyway, you can't let vampires in. You can't let Charlie Manson in either, right? It is their fault. You're right. End movie.
Thank you for joining us here on So yeah, it's a weird blame game. Like I said, I do really enjoy the conversation she has where she's just like, I don't know who the fuck these people you keep letting in and out of my house
But
are.
it don't matter. None of that matters. It gets interrupted, so like we know that conversation doesn't matter.
And then they see the dead animal with the flies around it.
How the hell did they pull this off?
No, okay. Now here's the thing that I was laughing about, right? There's where they live, right? It's in the Hollywood Hills.
Sure.
There is two things that run rampant in the Hollywood Hills. Coyotes and mountain lions.
Yep.
The fuck I would be letting my dog sleep outside.
Well, they didn't. They didn't let him sleep out. The dog went after people on the property.
But she says he's outside all the time at night.
Right. You're right.
So it's like, why is your first thing like someone murdered him? It's like, no, dude, he got eaten by a coyote.
Well, I mean, but here's what's crazy is, like, dude, this is a scheming mountain lion.
Like, because he dropped it for plot?
It was like, I'm going to drop it right here. I know they always walk here.
Also, quite an intense hike to take an 8-month pregnant woman on. Like, she's literally like, she's about to give birth on that trail.
Damn.
Oregon Trail style. Right in the dirt. Right next to the dead dog.
Damn.
Gonna get dysentery.
No. So, yeah, and then, so they see the dog, and then nothing's done about it.
So they come back to the house, and the dog is buried by the current caretaker, who is Stephen Parent, played by Ryan Cargill.
Yeah.
From such acclaimed things as Nothing. So this is another scene where the through line of this film, where she's just basically like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm watching the house because the other guy isn't here," which is like, damn, dude. In the real life circumstances of this film, how unfortunate for this guy.
Yeah.
This reminds me of when I worked at the Halloween store and I quit, right? So they had to fill my shift and they put this 16-year-old kid who was still in high school, and then the store was robbed at gunpoint on his shift. So just like how unfortunate this guy was to like just be filling in for his friend, and then this happened, right? So he says he buried the dog, and then he goes on to be like, "I like your movies, Miss Tate."
Yep.
And she's like, "Fuck off."
She's like, "Oh, God damn it. I'm a fan."
Also, there's CGI cigarette smoke in this scene, and it looks fucking horrible.
I don't understand it. Either smoke or don't smoke.
Yeah, either light a cigarette just for a scene or just don't.
You're a goddamn wannabe actor.
Yeah.
Like, try.
Just puff on a cigarette,
Somebody
dog.
told me that I could make it out there. I could be a contender. I'm gonna puff a fucking cigarette. I haven't touched one in years.
I'll put 6 in my mouth if it means I can get a Golden Globe.
I know, right?
I'll puff one from my butthole if I have to.
CGI, man, they were putting voltage into business.
Yeah, really. That's where all the...
Voltage was like, "Don't smoke. No, we can do it. Can we please try?"
Have you guys ever looked up on YouTube cigarette smoke green screen? And you just download it and you put it in your movie. It looks great.
I've done that.
Me too. Skeleton green screen. Got like a Ray Harryhausen skeleton.
Squib shots.
Yeah. Muzzle flash green screen.
Yeah. So this is the part where she goes into Polanski's office
Yeah, and she starts listening to the song.
And this is where we realize that Roman Polanski is a huge collector of Roman Polanski artifacts.
Yeah, like written on a box. Roman's office. If you were going to forget whose office it was.
Just in case you needed to know that it wasn't her office, because you were going to get hella confused.
Yeah, this is again where another weird plot is played through here. She listens to a song, and then right at the end, it starts being like, and then she's like, ah! And then her friend comes in and is like, hey, you should get out of this room. You're burning up. So she leaves.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
I like your boobies in your shirt. Please let me show you my penis.
Where do you see my cult? Where do you see my cult?
Wait, are you doing the real song?
Huh?
Are you doing the real song?
The whisper song?
Yeah, because I'm doing the Bing Bong Brothers from Lonely Island.
Oh.
Wait till you see our penises.
Damn.
So yeah, he takes her out of the room. Now that machine just turns itself on and plays stuff. So now we got another spooky thing.
What she actually discovered in that, not just that, is the fact that like there is a pile
of music being sent to them.
Envelopes marked Charlie on them, right? That have been like left on her doorstep, like the one that was just recently.
Yeah.
Right? And these reel-to-reels have like these songs on them that Charlie has been, and she's like, oh my god, it's the guy in my dreams.
Yeah, and it's like, no, it's not.
Right? I've never been like, I know that song from my dreams.
Yeah. There's so many Charlies out there.
Yeah.
I wrote Charlie, but I meant to put Chuck. Fuck. No, I'm never going to be taken seriously.
My name is Charles. Charles.
I just go by CH, honestly.
Listen, Charles. It's me, Magneto. Wow, we are just full circle.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, there's a creepy voice at the end. It freaks her out. Her friend comes in, takes her out, and she goes to relax.
Yep.
Yeah. The reel-to-reel turns itself on. It keeps freaking her out that it's turning on.
Okay, this is why I was like, because the movie doesn't explain that it's Charlie's voice. She just hears it, and she is immediately just freaked the fuck out.
Well,
right?
yeah, 'cause, I mean, it is scary to hear that.
Right, it's just like, pretty girl, pretty girl. Right, and you're like, Jesus, this sucks.
Yeah.
No wonder the Beach Boys didn't hire you.
Damn. Have you ever listened to any of his actual music?
Take that, you bitch.
It's fucking terrible.
I'm sure it's terrible.
That's why he was...
If it sounds anything like this.
That's why he was so mad. Because he fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And however, the Beach Boys did not take him, but they may have taken his music, which is interesting.
I wish they all could be hippy-dippy chicks. We gotta change this, guys.
Oh, okay.
It's me, Brian Wilson. I'm lying in bed all day, but... Damn it, I'm sorry.
Hi.
It's a Bare Naked Ladies joke.
I love the colorful clothes you wear. And the way you stabbed that lady in her house. Alright, it's a little too dark to be playing at boardwalks worldwide. We gotta change the song.
When you're dancing those naked feet.
Boom, 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 boom,
I'm thinking about good.
I'm thinking about Helter Skelter. I'm trying to start a race war. Helter Skelter.
Oh, yes. Good job.
I love the Beach Boys. God only knows what I'll do in prison.
Good exorcism.
Beach Boys featuring Charles Manson.
Yeah, what a piece of shit.
Hey, see Manson on the track.
Right? Because basically what's happening here is Charles Manson is leaving his mixtape at people's front doors.
Yes. This is a DJ C. Manson remix.
He was out on Hollywood Boulevard being like, yo, my tape. You know?
If you flip it over, it's got all Chappelle Show on the backside of it.
Good job.
I don't know if I've ever mentioned that.
I think you have.
I think I did on the Fanatic, but yeah.
He's leaving his mixtape, and she is completely disturbed, and then,
they leave the room.
Yeah, they leave the room. This is when they get that weird, long ADR shot, where, like, it's a whole like the shot of the pool really wide, and that's where you see that
hang
dong. Yeah, right. He gets out. Right,
it's in his contract. I got a huge dick, and I got to show it in every movie.
Yo, Tina Fey, when am I gonna hang dong?
In Mean Girls.
Yeah.
It's me, I hang dong.
Yo, Tina Fey, you think it'd be cool if I hung dong in the Halloween party?
Hey, what day is today? Hang dong. Yeah, he's wearing a 1970s, like, Speedo-style swimsuit. It's also white.
Yeah.
And he's also been swimming in the pool.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely not wet at all.
Nope. No, he's not.
And he basically just tells her, she's like, I'm so worried that all these people in my house. And he's like, well, if you need me, just be down these stairs. I can get up them really fast. And he's like, all right, thanks for being here. On to the next one.
Yeah. And he leaves. He leaves down a pair of steps I didn't know existed.
That's how the coyote got up there.
Yeah. And that's when then she goes into this entire thing about there's no fate but what we make it. I was like, Jesus, are you Sarah Connor now?
That's what I'm saying.
What the Mansons learned. If a hippie could learn to love, maybe we could too.
Welcome to the jungle. Just like
it's not the song.
I know it's not the song in that movie.
'Cause I'm leaving
that's right.
line.
What if when the Manson family came in, the bombs dropped and they got on the fence, like Terminator?
Oh,
when she sees the future.
God damn.
That'd be sick.
Are you Charlie Manson? You have to come with me and you have to stop your girls.
So you gotta say, helter skelter. Helter skelter.
Charlie, you will be responsible for Skynet and Cyberdyne. You have to come with me and stop your girls. They're going to kill Sharon.
Oh, sick, man.
Easy money.
Oh, shit. Well, a better film than this.
He just rips off his skin arm.
The Terminating of Sharon Tate.
Where is Charlie Manson?
The fuck is Charlie Manson? It's me, Stan. I'm blind. I can't see shit.
So, yeah, this is when she starts talking about fate again. There's a great line before Hang Dong guy leaves, right?
Okay.
Jay Sebring.
Yeah.
Before he leaves, as if they needed to remind you that you were watching a movie with Sharon Tate, he goes, hey, don't forget, we have reservations at the El Coyote tonight. Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I was so mad when I heard that. I almost turned it off. I was like, fuck you.
Hey, don't forget, we're connecting to real events.
Hey, don't forget your favorite restaurant that everyone fucking knows in LA. Can sit in your booth.
Yeah.
Remember when Tarantino did it better by just putting you at that restaurant and everyone knew?
Yeah. Why didn't she have a nice meal there? Why didn't we get any pleasant moments with this?
Because this movie only had the budget for one location. Because, like I said, all it is the trail next to the house and the actual house.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's all freaked out. She goes to go and talk to the caretaker guy.
About what?
Just to shoot the shit, doesn't she?
No, there's something I don't know what it is, but I wrote on my notes, how are you not immediately freaking out?
Oh, because the reel-to-reel turns back on by itself.
Okay, that's right? And I'm like, oh, because that was my next note, where basically, like, I'm like, oh no, the ghost learned how to rewind the reel-to-reel.
And my problem with the fact that the reel-to-reel just starts playing by itself and playing that song again is we very clearly saw the song end and flap.
That's what I mean. The ghost,
who rewound it?
Oh, excuse me, hold on one second. It's really complicated, but you gotta thread the needle on this thing.
Yeah. Also, it can't play in reverse unless you switch the reels.
Yep.
To the opposite direction. And no one does that. They just do it like a record. They're like...
Yeah, I don't understand how that works. I wish it was just like Charlie being like, how's this thing fucking work? If I spin it backwards, and then it's just him trying to figure it out. It doesn't work.
And he's like, you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck it. I guess we're just not doing the same thing.
Oh, bummer.
Does any of you bitches know how these reel-to-reels work?
No, honestly. Oh, whatever.
That's everything that's in the reverse.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, the reverse, we'll get to it. It made me mad. But, so yeah, is this when she goes and shoots the shit with the...
So no, this is where the dream happens. Like,
oh yeah, and this is where what I said. This movie is very concerned with one part of the murders of these innocent people, and that's the part where they get murdered.
Yeah. So this is where Tex comes in. She does have the dream. The dream is that she wakes up, she goes into the office, right? Which now we've established is a real location. You know, we've seen it multiple times. Now she's in the office. It's nighttime. There's Charlie in there that she sees, right?
He walks out.
And he walks out, and then boom, there's a girl with a knife to her throat.
Which is the dream she actually had. This is the one part of this movie that's scary, which is funny because it's none of the fake shit in it. It's like a real thing that she said. Yeah. It's like, this was a dream she had.
So, They pull her out to the living room. There's Jay Sebring with a gun to his gut by Tex, and he's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm here to do the devil, and I'm here to do the devil shit."
Yeah,
like, I guess I'm devil shit.
He's got the quote, "I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business."
Yeah,
it's like, okay, how did you listen? I'm not saying anything about the Manson family. But how did you take the coolest fucking thing that anyone ever said in this situation and make it not cool? Because, that's... God damn, did that guy go to UCB? That improv right there is impressive.
Damn.
Do you think he was thinking about it on the drive up? He's like, all right, if they ask me what I'm doing, I'm going to say this. It's going to be so fucking cool. It's going to be so fucking cool.
You mean the real guy?
Yeah. Tex, he's like, it's going to be so fucking cool. It's going to be so cool. Guys, it's going to be so cool. They're going to use it in Devil's Rejects. They're going to say it wrong, but they're going to use it in Devil's Rejects.
He knew about Devil's Rejects.
Yeah. Everyone can see the future of this movie, so why not that?
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah. This is when the murder plays out.
Yep, and he shoots Jay Sebring in the gut, and we see that happen.
And then they brutally,
Lydia Hearst escapes with her character, Abigail Folger, escapes.
Gets shot in the backyard.
Not shot.
Oh, stabbed to death.
Stabbed to death.
Brutally.
Yeah, that's the one where she was just like, I'm already fucking dead. Like, you can stop now.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, God damn it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
but
okay.
this digital blood takes me out of the whole thing.
You know what takes me out of the whole thing?
What?
These are real people. And this really happened.
I
and
know.
This movie's trying to play this kill up for haha, yeah, right?
Yeah,
and
for
you're
for that brutality.
And you're like,
no, brutality sucks.
It's like, no, because you know what? I know this was brutal.
Yeah.
Everyone knows this was brutal.
Yeah.
Like, an 8-month pregnant woman was stabbed to death. I know this was brutal.
Yeah, I don't like the real stuff.
It's not that, though. It's because it's just done with no respect.
Yeah. You're right.
So, then she's freaking out. She wakes up and was kind of like... it was like midday that she was doing this?
The dream is still happening, though? Like, there's like this whole thing about pigs?
Oh, yeah, she dreams about them saying the Little pigs, little pig. No, that's later.
Oh.
Yes, that's
Okay.
later, because she dreams twice.
Yeah.
So then
She
this
sees,
is...
well, I know this next part is that she sees, like, dead animals in the refrigerator that nobody else is seeing.
Yes, that's after she kind of woke up, but she's just hallucinating. She's like losing her mind.
But make up your mind. Are we actually haunted? Are we actually, like, these people are actually putting things? As soon as you establish this, like, she's seeing things that aren't there, right? Okay, now you're in a whole nother realm.
Well, I think it's supposed to be playing on the fact that she has seen real things.
Is there
so it's
ghosts?
Like, it's blending the real and not real.
You
know what I
could have
mean?
put ghosts. Ghosts would have been cool.
No, they wouldn't have. They would have been even more disrespectful. What I'm saying is, I think they're playing on the fact that she did see her dog dead, right? There was a guy that came up to the house. Those were real. But now she's seeing a bunch of shit that she's not sure is real, and she doesn't know the intentions of the people in her house.
Right.
So she's losing her mind.
And she's freaking out, and she's like, you know what, crazy, I'll show you crazy. I'm gonna walk away from the food on the, on the stove.
Dookie fart. I'm gonna show you crazy. Puppy cock. She ties them up and fake murders them.
Damn it.
So this is when she goes and shoots the shit with the maintenance guy. She goes down there, he's working on his car, she kind of scares him, and he's like, oh, it's okay. And these are the only characters in this movie that I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Because they have a nice little relationship.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, thank you, Miss Tate. She's like, please, call me Sharon. And he's like, okay, yeah, call me Casper.
He's like, all right.
He's so white.
I know. Pale as... He looks albino. Yeah. He's like, thanks, Miss Tate. She's like, please don't talk to me. So they go to his trailer.
Get back to work.
And she literally just asks him, fucking like, do you know how to work on... Or she's like, do you know how to work on a reel-to-reel? He's like, oh yeah, I know everything.
About radios?
Cars? Trailers? It's like, okay, thanks, nerd character. So she brings it down and she says, oh, it keeps turning itself on, blah, blah.
Radio soup, radio gumbo, radio souffle, radio jumbo,
Radio Goo Goo, Radio Gaga. Did it take you a second?
It did.
I saw the gears turning. Radio Goo Goo, Radio Gaga. So yeah, he's like, yeah, bring it down. I'll take a look at it. He looks at it, and then she also says that she heard weird noises at the end. He plays it in reverse. Are you really just losing it that much?
Still laughing over radio.
You can have radio starring Cuba Gooding Jr.
How these pants look, Coach Jones? You gonna do it?
I don't know that movie.
That look fine, radio. It's my favorite part.
so-
when he calls Coach Jones over the phone
Oh,
to ask him
God.
how his pants look that he's trying on.
That may have been, full.
No, that one was.
So, yeah, he's like, yeah, let me take a look at it. He looks at it. He's like, oh, that's weird. I don't know. And she's like, oh, and there's a weird message at the end. And he plays it. And he's like, oh, this is subliminal messaging. I was like, yo, we're wrapping this movie up. Don't fucking introduce this right now.
He found a subliminal message within 5 seconds.
He's like, yeah, I've seen this before. And she's like, what does that mean? He goes, oh, if you play, your brain's just picking up on it, but if you play it in reverse, and it's like, plays in reverse, and it's a bunch of chanting of Helter Skelter. He's like, ah. She's like, what's that? He's like, the Beatles song?
Yeah.
Anyway, go to bed now. The thing that pisses me off about this, though, is, okay, a lot of people get caught up in the details of calling the Manson family a cult. And why I'm saying the problem with that is that it definitely was a cult, but the first thing people think when they hear cult is like your spooky ooky, like, we praise a greater being cult. And this at the end...
Yeah, like pentagrams and the hooded shrouds and shit like that.
Yeah, not to make more work for you, but you should just insert what they hear, because it's absolutely incorrect to anything that they would have done.
Who hears?
What they play in reverse.
Oh, no, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's chanting of Helter Skelter, as if they were in like a gigantic church with 100,000 like the people at the end of Rise of Skywalker.
Helter Skelter.
Join me, Ray.
It's me, Charles Palpatine.
Join me, Ray, and we'll start a race war.
I wish they all could be Palpatine's girls.
God only knows what I'd be without you.
Is that his Vader? Is that him to Vader?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
But yes, so
Stupid.
then she goes into the house. All the people show up, and
Charlie prank phone calls them at this point.
he's like, "Your refrigerator on it.
Yeah.
You better go catch it."
He's just like, you're all gonna die.
And it's like, that didn't happen. Don't interject some weird shit into this movie. But yeah, so then she gets that call. She freaks out. She's like really freaking out. Then this is when people show up at the house and are just like, everyone's so nonchalant about a random woman outside of their window waving at her. And she's like, oh, that's cool. And then she leaves. This is when everyone gets murdered again.
Yeah, that's same footage too.
Again.
Yeah.
And then turns out Sharon Tate actually fell asleep in this guy's trailer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Where he's just like, hey, yeah, you said you just feeling tired and you want to lay down, so you just lay down right here and then I just let you sleep for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, and then she's like, the baby!
Yeah.
So he goes to get some help.
Well, there is... Did we miss the part where she's on the phone with Roman Polanski?
That's this scene. That's when
okay.
she's dreaming, yes. When she's dreaming and she's like, these people are here to hurt me. And
Right.
she starts having this wonky, fucking, House on Haunted Hill,
Yeah,
like
I wanted
fucking
to
like
make
blood
sure-
bathtub.
That's what I wanted to make sure we didn't skip over is the bloodbath.
And Helter Skelter written on the
What
wall.
the hell is going on? What is this?
An offensive piece of shit.
Like, what is this blood stuff? What am I supposed to... What is this?
And she's saying, I don't know what these people are here for, but they're going to try to kill me, I think.
Yeah.
She wakes up. That's when she's like, oh, the baby. And he's like, I'm going to go get help. He drives up the ramp. And this is my favorite sequence of events.
But also, she just, in her dream, found his throat slashed, right?
Yes, in the car.
So she found, the Casper, his throat slashed, right? And then she wakes up from the dream and she's like, yeah, we need to get out of here. And she's like, go get your car. Yeah, the thing I just saw your throat slashed in?
Yeah.
What?
So
No!
he goes to go and get some help, right? He drives up the ramp.
Yeah.
And he fucking sees some people trying to break in, essentially, and he's like, oh, are you guys here to help us? And do you know why I love this sequence of events?
Yeah.
Because he's still like, are you guys here to help us? And they have rope and knives. But that's not even the best part. Explain to me how 8-month-old pregnant Sharon Tate, whose baby was just about to fall out of her in this trailer, got up to his car in a matter of moments. Like up that hill. And it's like, has the time to like turn and be like, those are bad guys. Get out of here.
Yeah.
They shatter his window. He drives back to the house. He crashes.
That's right. And that's another, it's like a digital hit in that fence.
Yeah, because if it was a real hit, that baby would have come out.
What? I'm just talking about the car.
Oh, yeah. But
What do you-
no, I mean, saying like, I just don't get, like, if they would have crashed like that with the way she was just like, ooh, ooh, that she would have been like,
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. That's gross.
I'm not a babyologist.
I don't want to talk about babies. Never. So yeah, but then yeah, they get out, right? And they run back into the house. And this is the part where she runs into Jay Sebring and he literally like comes in the room like Skeet Ulrich and scream, and
Yeah.
then Tex comes from the other side, like he's just like, Surprise, Sydney.
Yeah, it feels like he's collaborating.
Right?
I thought they were gonna do that at first. I was like, don't do that. This is the person who was murdered.
Oh man, Charlie's gonna be so mad at me.
You hit me with the phone, Dick. So yeah, this is when you're like, oh my god, they're gonna be murdered.
Don't blame the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys don't make people murderers.
The Beatles do! So, do you want to go by this plot point by plot point, or do you really just want to hit the people who have never seen this movie, hopefully, with the cold, hard truth of what's about to happen?
I mean,
I kind of want to hit people hard.
go for it.
Imagine if Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was shitty, because they kill the fucking Manson family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just pause on that for a second. They actually kill the family. This movie, this entire time, has had such a hard-on for showing you these people being brutally murdered that in this point, they want to be like, let's give them the life they deserved.
Yeah, because basically what happens here is that, like, Sharon saves the day by shooting Tex, like, just right in the face with a gun, and in such a dumb, ceremonious way. She's just like, fuck you!
Yeah, spits in his face. And then, yeah.
But then, also Volchek drowns one of the other people, and then another one hits their head on the mantle,
That's
just
when
like Tarantino.
Folger jumps down, lands on him, smashes her head on the fireplace.
Right.
So here's why I say this is just so fucking terrible. Many reasons, but this movie, right? They had to have known what was going on with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. They had to have. You know what I mean? What is the coincidence that a movie that came out at the same time had a similar ending?
Because I would say it's more common than you would think, due to the fact that would one want to actually just watch them play out?
But with the ending we get in this movie,
it still does.
It still does. So what I'm saying is, they had to have known.
No, I think they just wanted to put a fairy tale ending, like, because that's what I'm saying. Unless you're just making a straight up biopic, like, you need some sort of revisionist history, like, ending. You need it.
Is this the Asylum Sharon Tate film?
Yeah.
Like Transmorphers?
Well, yeah.
It's like, I got that Sharon Tate movie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Wait, where's all the feet? This ain't Tarantino.
No.
No. I think they knew what was going on. I think there was some... the fact that this movie was cranked out in 2 weeks, I think there was some preemptive thought. And someone knew what was going on with the ending of Once Upon a Time. It had to have been. There's no way this is just a coincidence.
Yeah. I mean, it's not well thought out enough for me to think that it is. I don't feel this entire plot is well thought out enough for that. That's just my piece on that. But yeah, I don't understand why there's hesitation on trying to kill these people, like with the shovel, that part. Remember where he's just hitting with the shovel, but there's like, dude, just kill. He was gonna kill you. Kill.
Yeah.
You know?
It's, and also the only reason they got the jump on them is basically because she had this psychic thought.
Yeah.
She Final Destinations it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy because right at the end they all get hit by a bus. So it's just...
yeah, so, I don't know. She's an alternate reality ghost?
Yeah, because they literally drop a line at the end because they were like, oh fuck, this is hella stupid. Where J.C. brings like, well, you know, there's like a million different realities, you know? There's probably a reality where we died. Don't BioShock Infinite me, asshole. That game's good. Don't fucking do this to me.
Yeah, man. So, like, she just, like, the camera pans by the bodies, and it's their body. It's not the Manson bodies. We're back in our reality, right? But now we're panning by each of the bodies, and everybody's body is exposed except for Sharon Tate's body.
And she uncovers her body's face and is like, huh,
oh my god, I'm Darth Vader.
Strike me down.
You know, where Luke is underneath Vader's mask.
Is that
Empire.
episode 5? Yeah. In
Um,
Dagobah.
yeah.
Your weapons, you will not need them.
Fuck you!
That's right. God.
Yeah, so, she goes and uncovers herself, and then it just, like, she, like, kind of fades in and out like a ghost.
She's being Back to the Future.
Yeah, and then she like goes towards the fence where the paparazzi is. She walks right by them because she can't be seen. She's a ghost, and they're taking pictures. And the cop's like, "No, don't look at the scene." And she like actually rejoins the rest of the Volchek and Folger and all them, and they just walk down the street. Right?
Do you know why I hate this ending
Let's go
so
to
much?
a house. Like, let's go to a party at Cliff's.
Do you know why I hate this ending?
What?
Just like, are you telling me they're happy they died? Because they're kind of all like, yeah, we're ghosts now.
Hey, did you guys see the hippies? I burned one with a fucking blowtorch. You get one?
Oh,
shit, you're a ghost.
You just walked through that gate. Fuck
Oh
this.
no.
And away we go.
God damn. Goddamn ghosts. Don't cry in front of the Mexicans.
Don't cry in front of the ghosts.
Respect for the dead.
So that was the Haunting of Sharon Tate.
Yeah, I was like, oh, did Hans Zimmer write the end of this score? Because as they like just walk away. No, it's that like Inception like kind of ending. Like it's like sad and somber. It's like the Dark Knight Rises ending. Same as Dark Phoenix.
What's his name walks in frame? DiCaprio, and he spins the top and it wobbles a little bit, but then it goes black.
I'm down. It was all a dream.
It was all a dream.
You don't know where this dream will take you, Sharon.
There's a train. Oh, God. So, Haunting of Sharon Tate.
Yeah, what
2019.
What about it?
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
I would absolutely not recommend this movie.
Nope, not at all. Nope. Jaws 4.
Jaws 4. We did it again.
Yep.
2 in the same month.
Yep.
We had never done it before.
Wouldn't recommend it.
And it's...
Because 2019 fucking sucked.
Yeah, some of the worst movies. This, Dark Phoenix, Hellboy,
Cats,
Avengers Endgame, Joker.
What?
Just start naming
You're
like
just trolling people.
Yeah.
Stop.
No, yeah. What a year. I hope 2020 is better.
Yeah.
This February.
It won't be. It's fine.
Well, you know, February is typically where you dump all your shit. January, February is where you drop movies that you don't know where else they're going to fit. And so far, there hasn't been anything that bad, right?
Underwater.
I heard that was
Fantasy
good.
Island.
Oh, God, you just saw that.
Yep.
Did you see Underwater?
Yep.
Was it bad?
It was derivative completely of Aliens, and it has a weird, spoiler alert, guys! It's Cthulhu.
Now I gotta watch it, actually.
I mean, they don't say it is, but I mean, it looks just like it.
Oh, fuck, I gotta watch it now.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of hyped for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. The worst movie I've seen this year so far, I think, is the only movie I've seen this year so far, and it wasn't even that bad. It's Birds of Prey.
You can't say that then.
I walked out of it being like, I mean, I saw it, and it was fun.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it on the show.
No, but I'm saying, like, so far it hasn't been too bad. I don't know, I'm not very excited for anything coming out either.
I'm just saying, but that's the thing is, like, I wouldn't do Underwater on the show, and I definitely would not do Fantasy Island because it was so boring.
There's not even a little person in it.
I know, that does make or break it for me.
So, God, Jaws 4, no recommend.
Nope, not at all. With no need for explanation.
Yeah.
You got it.
You got it.
Yep. That's it. But there's still some people that we need to hear from. How do we want to go here? She did see this, right?
You want to hear it.
I do want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, there's still some people we need to hear from. This is What Did Carly Think?
So, I've been on the show now for a little over a year, right? Right. Yeah, like a little over a year.
Yeah, man. It's been a year.
Yeah. Would you believe it? Carly's never walked out of one movie that we've done on this. She watched Class of Nukem High Part 2 with me.
Yeah.
All the way through. And
I'm sorry.
got up, went to bed, and said, do you want to go to bed? You could just watch this by yourself tomorrow morning. And I did. So yeah, fucking hated it. She got about 30 minutes in and was just like, this is bullshit.
Nice.
Yeah, good for her.
Good.
Wish I could say the same.
Sorry. It's all of you out there. It's your fault.
Yeah. Look,
no,
Damien,
we picked it.
It's all for you.
Look, Charlie.
Look, Charlie. It's all for you.
Cheer.
Helter Skelter.
Cheer up, Charlie.
Ooh. I've been wanting to watch that movie a lot lately. I don't know why.
Don't kill away. You loser! Good day!
Well,
What?
you've heard from us.
Yeah.
You've heard from Carly.
Yeah.
There's still one group of people we haven't heard from, the most important group of people on Earth, and that's the internet.
That's what they think.
Yeah, this is Gimme 5. These are 5 and 10-star reviews pulled from IMDb, Amazon, anywhere we can find them. Typically just IMDb. I picked these. Jonathan has never read these before, so let's go ahead and hit it with that first one.
Okay. So, this one's from Mon Burger. July 31st, 2019, titled, Really a Great Film. Wow! I was impressed by this film. I know a lot of people didn't like it and thought about this film disrespected Sharon Tate's memory. I think is the opposite. Yes, the scenes are brutal as it happened, but it was done tastefully. The acting is top-notch from Hilary, Duff, and the rest of the cast. The tension was there that got me at the edge of my seat or looking away from the screen. Also, at the end of the film, loved the twist to the story. I think was beautiful and indeed very sad. I was catching myself rubbing my eyes from tears. Believe it or not, the film is very emotional. Love it! 4 out of 18 found it review helpful.
Imagine shedding a tear to this film.
I was just trying to figure out how to read that.
That wasn't too hard, but like not compared to some of the ones you've done.
You kill me, man.
I'm sorry.
Because my brain breaks.
It's always the brain breakers that have weird shit in them.
I'm too high for this shit now, man. You're killing me.
All right, next up.
All right. This one's now by Robert E. Merrill, January 2nd of 2020, titled Great Concept, Expertly Realized. Ignore the critics, resist the spoilers. If you find this title intriguing and want to give it a go, then carefully avoid spoilers. The Haunting of Sharon Tate is a wonderful horror movie. Indeed, it may well be intended as a commentary on horror movies. What? The Haunting of Sharon Tate is a wonderful horror movie. Indeed, it may well have been intended as a commentary on horror movies. How? How? What is the commentary?
Horror movie scary.
Some horror movies are shit. No, just because he made a documentary about a horror movie doesn't mean that this is a commentary on horror. Okay. Anyway, if so, well, the concept certainly worked for me. Intriguingly original idea, expertly realized. This is certainly one of the best films for 2019. 3 out of 10 found this review helpful. Okay. Alright, this last one is by Stavker, September 28th, 2019, titled, This Movie Rocks! Ignore the Simple-Minded Haters. First off, Hilary Duff is my favorite celebrity ever. Beside that, this movie was good. other reviewers that said the story was changed and it sucked, blah, blah, blah. Clearly didn't get the point of the movie. The sequence of events was not changed. Instead, the movie provided an out-of-body perspective to the story. Pay close attention to the last 15 minutes. 3 out of 10 found this review helpful.
Imagine thinking you're smart because you like this movie.
Yo, why don't you pay attention to the last 15 minutes where they died the 3rd time? That was the real time. The other ones were fake. Get a fucking clue.
I understand that it's hard to understand this film because you must have a pretty high IQ to get it and understand quantum physics.
What you don't understand is Cliff Booth was the murderer.
God. Oh, well, that about does it here for us on Bombs Away.
Yep.
Don't forget, this week, this Saturday, February 29th, Space, Jam, live, with your boys from Bombs Away. Be there, be square, come on and slam. Welcome to the jam. Let's do it. Wayne Night Classic. I'm so excited for you guys to be there. It's Jonathan's birthday, so we're pressuring you to go because you'll cry if you don't.
Come on, guys. No, I'll cry when you come. Damn it.
Because it's been years. So we're gonna have a good time. If you've never been to one of our live shows, you know how it is, or you don't know how it is. So, tickets are for sale. You can grab them through our link tree, linktr.ee/bombsawayshow. Just click tickets. You can also grab them here at the Frida. Yeah, be there. We're gonna have a great time. I love Space Jam, so we're gonna have fun ripping it apart. We're gonna have special guests. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have basketballs. I don't know. That's just me speculating.
Damn,
also,
I forgot about basketball.
Also, because it's such a quick time, typically we announce the shows at the show. But our next show is exactly 2 weeks after, so we figured might as well get ahead of it.
Yeah, get those tickets, guys.
We are doing Friday the 13th, Part 5.
So excited.
As I keep saying on every single episode, we're so excited because we're finally getting into the bad ones. They're going to be a lot of fun. This one is fucking insane.
Yep.
No spoilers, but Jesus Christ, is it nuts?
Oh, he's in it?
He is. He's the killer. I just try not to spoil it for everyone.
Damn. No, he's in the next one because he comes back from the dead.
Jesus Christ is back and he's not cruci-fucking around. So yeah.
Killer, daddy. Killer. I smite thee.
He catches a spear through the holes in his hands.
God damn.
So yeah. Fuck. Be there for that. We're so excited for that. A lot of cool projects coming down the pipeline. If you want to keep up to date with what we're doing, follow us on all our social medias at Bombs Away Show. You can also find those on our link tree, linktr.ee/bombsawayshow. It also has t-shirts, our links to all of our stuff, our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. We also have a website, bombsawayshow.com. It'll take you to our feed for our episodes, which is actually kind of an easy way to find all of our episodes because you can search it pretty easily and see what we've done.
Start memorizing it, guys. That website's coming.
It's better than coming.
Yeah. All I do is come.
When I'm on stage and I'm pumping, I'm coming.
Yeah, the website is coming. It's like coming all day all long.
That was a worse impression than Hilary
I'm
Duff.
so tired. Shut the fuck up.
So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. A brand new month coming right down the pike.
As it does every month.
Yeah. We got March coming up, you guys, and you know what's in March.
Oh shit, St.
St. Patrick's Day. And we're finally on a good leprechaun.
No, we're not.
Yeah, this is a good one. It was a fun one.
Wouldn't be on the show if it was.
No, I mean, it's a good as in it's fun, not like the last two were shitty, but no Clint Howard.
Yo, that first one is hell shit.
So second.
Like, sorry, Jennifer Aniston. You know what? I had a good time with you on that one, though.
You want to know a secret?
What?
I've held it for a year.
What?
I think I'll tell you.
Is it Ben Vicente?
No, Leprechaun 2.
Uh-huh.
I didn't watch the movie.
What?
I just watched a wrap-up video on YouTube.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
But that's one of my favorite episodes. Because I was just waiting for you guys to lead with the plot. And I was like, yeah. And then he does this. And I didn't know if I was right, but I was right.
I hate you. Because I feel like you might have always done this to me now.
No, I've watched every movie since.
Oh, god damn.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, join us for Space Jam. Join us for next week's Shorties, where we're going to tell you about what's going on in March. It's a cool month.
I mean, we just did, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, thanks, guys, so much for tuning in. I'm Tyler.
I'm Jonathan.
And...
Yo, you want to see my mixtape?
This has been a production of Big Bulb Entertainment, executive produced by Jonathan Young. For more media and information, visit us at www.bigbulbentertainment.com. Big Bulb, what's your bright idea?